Hi everyone, in this video we'll discuss some more DC circuit problems. So here problem is two resistors 20 ohm and 40 ohm are connected in parallel. A resistance of 10 ohm is connected in series with the combination. A voltage of 200 volts is applied across the circuit. Find the current in each resistance and the voltage across 10 ohm. Find also the power consumed in all the resistance. So here first, so you have to frame the circuit. So 20 ohm, 40 ohm are in parallel, and so 10 ohm resistor is connected in series according to the statement. So a voltage 200 volts is we are applying to the circuit, and find the current in each resistor and voltage across 10 ohm, and also find power consumed in the all the resistances. That is the problem. First you frame the circuit. So here circuit is given, circuit is not given, you have to frame the circuit. So first you find the total resistance 10 plus, so these two are parallel, that's what 20 into 40 by 20 plus 40. So if you simplify you will get 23.33 ohm. So our total voltage is 200, current I is equal to 200 by 23.33, that is equal to 8.57 amperes, right? So next, once if you find the current, so you can find out the current in each resistance by applying the current division principle. So I1 is equal to total current into opposite resistor divided by total resistance, right? So here 8.57 into 40 by 40 plus 20. So we are applying current division principle, 5.71 ampere. So total current I is equal to I1 plus I2, I2 is equal to I1 minus I1. So here you will get 2.86 amperes, that is the I2 value. So voltage 10 ohm resistor is equal to current into resistance. So according to the Ohm's law, V is equal to I into R, right? So 85.7 volts you will get here. Coming to the power in each resistor, so I square into R 10 ohm. So 20 ohm resistance power is I square into R 20 ohm. 40 ohm resistance is equal to I square into R 40 ohm. So I square and R values you substitute, I value and R value substitute in all the formulas, all the relations, you will get the power in each resistor. So this is the one important problem. This problem asked in many question, many VTU examinations. Practice this problem very well, right? So next one, find the voltage drop across the resistors R1 and R2 for the network shown in below figure. First you find the where the R1 and where the R2 is there in the given circuit. R1 is here, R2 is here. So what you have to do, resistance values are given, R1 is 10 ohm, R2 is 20 ohm. So what your voltage drops, right? So voltage drop, if you want to find out, basically what you are the requirement, current and resistance. So resistance values are given, but current value is not given. We have to find out current value, right? So voltage drop across R3 is equal to voltage drop across 80 ohm. Since these two are parallel, the current flowing in this resistor 80 ohm is 0.5 amperes. Now we can find out voltage drop across R3 is 40 volts. So applying KVL to the loop A, B, C, D, A, so we get 100 is equal to 10I plus 20I plus 40, I is equal to 2 amperes. So current flowing in the R1 and R2 is 2 amperes, right? Now we can find out the voltage drop across R1 and R2. R1 is equal to 20 into 2, 20 volts. Voltage drop across R2 is equal to 20 into 2, that is equal to 40 volts. So this is how we can find out the voltage drop across R1 and R2. So coming to this problem very important. Many times this problem is also very simple. You have to apply both KCL and KVL to the circuit. So first before going to do this problem, so you assume any one resistor current here. So what I am doing here, so here I am making the loop, so that is the A B C D E F A loop, and so I am assuming any one branch current. So I am assuming here EF branch current is I. EF branch current is I. By that I am finding the other branch currents. So I. So at F point, so I current is entering, 30 amperes current is leaving. So what is the current leaving? What is the current flowing in this FA? I minus 30. Similarly, I minus 30 amperes current is coming to the A branch, and 80 amperes current is coming to the A branch, and AB branch current is I plus 50. Similarly, BC branch current. So 60 amperes current is leaving from the B node, and I plus 50 amperes current is coming to the B node. The current flowing in this BC is I minus 10. So yes, at C node I minus 10 and 60 amperes currents are coming. Current leaving from the C node is I plus 50. Similarly, DE node current. So at D node 120 amperes current is leaving. So I plus 50 amperes current is coming. After applying the KCL at node D, so current flowing in DE node is DE branch is I minus 70. Now you see that E, so 70 amperes current is coming, I minus 70 amperes is also coming. So what is the current flowing in EF? I. So whatever we assume, so we got it now. So we got the currents in all the branches. Now we apply KVL to this circuit. So once if you KVL and after simplifying, you will get I value is minus 11 amperes. See, like that. KVL, algebraic sum of all voltage drops is equal to 0 in any closed circuit, right? So I value is minus 11 amperes. You know here in this circuit, when you know each branch currents. So here EF branch is I and FA branch is I minus 30. AB branch current is I plus 50. BC branch current is I minus 10. CD branch current is I plus 50, and DE branch current is I minus 70. Now, so we can find out the currents in each branches. AB is I plus 50, right? And I value is minus 11 plus 50. So we got 39 amperes. Similarly, branch BC, I minus 10, minus 11 minus 10, minus 21. Suppose if you take C to D, C to P, that is equal to opposite direction, that is equal to plus 21 amperes. And branch CD, branch DE, branch EF, branch FA. So branch CD is I plus 50, I minus 70. Branch EF is I is equal to I is equal to minus 11 amperes, and branch FA current is I minus 30. So here we got CD branch current is 39 amperes, DE branch current is minus 81 amperes, FA branch current, EF branch current is minus 11 amperes, and FA branch current is minus 41 amperes. Suppose if you take A to F, that will be positive, right? So these are the branch currents. So this problem is important for your examinations. So many times they ask, so practice this problem well. Okay, this is a very simple problem, but you have to apply both the KCL and KVL techniques. So then only you can find out the each branch current. Okay, so very important. So minimum 2 or 3 times you have to practice this one. Okay, thank you everyone.